Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at the 100% level 51 shiny Conkeldurr, my Shundo. So this is going to be a blast. I couldn't believe the results that we did get here using the Conkeldurr paired up with Metagross and Melmetal, and that's what we're going to use for the entire time here. And what else could you use? You can use Machamp, Shadow, that's also going to be great. The thing about Conkeldurr is it's going to be able to take hits a little bit better, and instead of Rock Slide you're going to be going with the Stone Edge, and that's taking a little longer to get to, but it does definitely hit very hard. So with that said, if you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, and let's go ahead and check this out. So we had a bad lead up against Zacian. They did debuff themselves quite a bit, and I figured let's bring in the Conkeldurr and go ahead and farm them down and just build up that energy. I mean, something in the back's got to be weak to fighting, right? Of course, it's the Master League. They bring in the Dialga, down they go, and they have a Yveltal. So we're going to have to finesse this battle a little bit to pull this one off. I do believe we have the Metagross in the back, which is, yep, we sure do. Weak to the Dark, and we're going to go ahead and catch this Dark Pulse because it is going to be doing super effective damage, but we can still take it, no problem at all, and they can't really farm us down. Actually getting to the Meteor Mash before they throw their next charge move here, and this is all we really needed to do. Kind of pave the way for the Conkeldurr. It looks like they're really going to try to farm me down now, and they do actually. Okay, but at least we're able to get that shield, and we sneak a quick move through, enabling us to get to the Dynamic Punch here, and we're going to be able to take that win with the Conkeldurr with that bad Zacian lead. Let's get it. So we are going to see a 5-0 here. And then towards the end, we're going to have a very close battle. So next one, we're met with a Excadrill here. This is a great lead for us. Swapping into Mewtwo, and I'm going to go ahead and try to catch. I was trying to catch, of course, the Side Strike, but we throw in the Metagross. They do not throw right away, and they go for the Shadow Wall. I figured they were going to do that, and we do shield it up. I was kind of contemplating double shielding the Metagross to pull this win off here. So let's see how this does work out. Going to go for the Meteor Mash. This is going to take out the Mewtwo if they don't shield it up. And they can't really, I mean, they're going to try to Psycho Cut me down here, as you're going to see. But we get to the Meteor Mash, it's not going to happen. That just has a massive resistance with the Steel and Psychic type on the Metagross. Plus, it just doesn't do too much. They're actually going to be Psycho Cutting us down. Another similar situation that we did see from the last battle, where they're using all their shields and farming me all the way down here. Bringing in the Melmetal, they go for the Side Strike, holding on to the energy because you know they were stacked up, and bringing in the Excadrill, we swap into our Conkeldurr, and we're going to farm up to 2 Dynamic Punches here. If we can get off a charge move on the Mewtwo, that'd be great, but they're going to be throwing, it's going to win CMP. Dynamic Punch should be almost, yeah, it would definitely be enough to take them out. Easy money, of course it would. But they're getting to that charge move, which is okay. We're going to let it go because the Conkeldurr's health was just a little too low. So we're going to go ahead and farm this down. I'm thinking there's got to be something back there that's going to not really want to see this with all this energy, and it is going to be a Mamoswine. So we're going to go right for the Superpower because there is really no time to waste here. We're going to be able to farm down that Mewtwo with a couple of quick moves. Even though we are lowering our attack by 2 stages here, it had 1 HP, and we take the win with the Melmetal. Now this can also be a showcase of the Metagross, as you're going to see here. The thing really does put on a show. So we're met with a Garchomp, and technically this is exactly where we would want the Conkeldurr to be, seeing that we do have the 2 Steel types in the back. Metagross doing neutral damage with its Steel typing, but taking super effect from the ground. So this is just going to be the better position to be in here. And we're bringing them very low. They're going for another Sand Tomb, and at this point we can farm them down with Metagross, no problem at all. Not so much with Melmetal because that Thunder Shock is going to be massively resisted, and I'm not trying to get Thunder Shocked here. And they're bringing in an Excadrill. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and shield up this first drill run. I do believe we're going to swap here after we throw this into the Melmetal, seeing that we can hit him with Superpower, and we can take a drill run no problem at all. So here we go, swapping into it and kind of using it as a third shield here, and it doesn't even bring us into the red, so that's perfect. Gonna go for the Superpower after building up a little bit of extra energy. We kind of want to be ready for whatever's in the back. They are shielding it up, and they have their own Melmetal, so we're gonna go ahead and throw this right off the bat here. Now it's getting a little tricky because their Excadrill does have energy built up, so we do have to be careful and potentially hold on to that shield. And we are going to take a decent amount of damage from their Melmetal. They are farming up a whole bunch. They can go for a Rock Slide at this point. They don't need to go for Superpower. That'd be great if they did to lower their defense and attack. And they're going to start unleashing all these Superpower spams right about now. Metagross taking neutral damage. Well, and it's not neutral. Kind of, basically. The Psychic's neutralizing it. It's not quite super effective. So can we farm them down? They're going to be swapping. We're going to go straight for that Earthquake. This is getting very close, and I'm thinking there might be able to Thunder Shock me down, but we're able to get to the Meteor Mash with about 1 or 2 HP, and the Metagross pulling it off for us and taking that win Let's go. Moving it on to our next one here. What are we going to see? Leading with Conkeldurr the entire time. Met with a Togekiss, another horrible lead here. So we're going to go ahead and swap into our Melmetal because we don't want to go right into our Metagross. You already know they're going to have a hard counter, and there it is, exactly. So since we do have all this energy, they did farm up a bit with their Togekiss. Now we're going to be able to kind of thinking I may want to double shield the situation just to pull off the win so we can get that alignment with the Togekiss and the Metagross, because although we do have Stone Edge, we don't really want to be hanging out with the Togekiss that's going to have a shield. They all know we're going to Stone Edge them, so they're basically going to shield that up. So winning this alignment is going to be kind of key here, and they're going to be using their first shield. We get to our next Rock Slide. Let's see if they want to double up. Now, if they do, okay, they're letting it go, great, and they have a Dialga. This is just fantastic. We have the Conkeldurr that's going to be able to handle this. Of course, they're going to swap into the Togekiss. Let's see, we're farming, or they're farming us down. Great, bringing in our Conkeldurr, immediately swapping into the Metagross, and that's about a wrap. They can go for Flamethrower, which is going to be doing a decent amount of damage. I suppose we can shield it up. It is going to be an Ancient Power. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't feeling super threatened, but I was thinking, you know, I'm not trying to get hit by a Flamethrower all of a sudden. They bring me down low, and then the Conkeldurr is just going to get rolled over. So they're bringing in that Dialga, the last thing, and we're just going to keep throwing these Meteor Mashes here because we don't really need to go for Earthquake. This is going to be about enough. Plus one more Bullet Punch. They had about 1 HP there. Taking that win. Moving it on. Met with another Garchomp because we've got that steel in the back. I don't... they're common, okay, but it really depends on what kind of a team you're using. Or it's more so not the type of the Pokemon, but the moves that they do have in conjunction with what they do have. Alright, so... this is a Mudshot one. Great. We already know they're going to have Earth Power and Outrage. Going for an Outrage. Now, that's not going to quite KO us here, but we kind of just want to maintain our health. And we're going to go ahead and let this next one go here. If they want to double up, that'd be perfect. Now, at this point, they can pretty much farm us down, and they're doubling up. So we're going to go ahead and immediately swap because they are shieldless at this point, and we don't want them to start farming down our Conkeldurr and then just hit our Metagross with Earth Power and a half as soon as we bring it in. Alright, so they're bringing in their own Metagross here. We're going to build up a little bit of extra energy so we can be ready for whatever they do have. Going for that Earthquake, taking them out. Let's go. This is going to be a 100% IV level 50. It is Best Buddy, but it's not equipped. The Conkeldurr is. They're bringing in a Zacian, going straight for the Meteor Mash, and this is where it's going to be shining here. Metagross just steamrolling this team here, and we take the win, and that is going to be our 5-0 there. And it was pretty good because we had several bad leads, a couple good leads as well, but it's always nice pulling that off with that Conkeldurr in the front there. So there you go, folks, the 5-0, and it's not over yet. We still have a couple more battles. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do so. Let's go ahead and check out these other ones here. All right, so Conkeldurr in the lead up against Metagross. This is a classic battle that I used to have a lot, and they're going to be swapping into a Gyarados, bringing in the Melmetal. Thundershock's not going to be getting stabbed, but it's definitely going to be doing a decent amount. Almost to the point where now we can just simply farm them down. They're going to hit me with a bunch of Aqua Tails here, which is okay. We can take these hits. Melmetal is amazing. Remember, we went over the fact that you need to kind of open those Miltank boxes. You want to get that ball rolling because it's free XL candies, and you could potentially find yourself a 100. Alright, so we're up against the Metagross. Gonna go ahead and keep on throwing these. Now, something that we could have done... Alright, so I throw this one here. I think I throw the next one immediately. If we were to farm up a little bit more, we probably could have been able to get to an actual another superpower because we have lowered our defense so much, so they're going to be able to farm us down that much easier. Bring in the Conkeldurr, and they have a Garchomp. Alright, so we really don't we're going to go ahead and stay where we're at. Yeah, we don't want to bring in our Metagross quite yet because, well, that's a ground type that's going to destroy us in essentially one hit because they do have Mudshot, and you already know Earth Power. There it is. So we got to go ahead and keep going with the Conkeldurr, and we could definitely take an Outrage. Counter's doing a lot of damage. Love this thing. I couldn't believe it when I got it. Unbelievable. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and let this go. It is going to be an Earth Power, and if you're thinking, why did you do that? You still have a shield left. Yeah, so... let's see what happens here. I'm hoping we can farm them down and they're not going to be able to actually get to another Earth Power. Swapping into the Metagross, or Earthquake, yes, and we're surviving. Then we're going to be able to farm them down. And again, another one of these situations where the Metagross has barely any health left and taking out the Garchomp at the end. Let's see it. Alright, taking that win. And for the next battle, good or bad lead, a great lead up against Excadrill. Do they want to stay here? I think they do stay here for a minute, just holding it down. We can definitely let this drill run go. It's no problem at all. They can't even snipe us. It's not even going to take us down to half. Well, yeah, it's taking us down to half, but not into the red. But unfortunately, they're going to be able to barely survive, and I just wanted to farm them down at the expense of a shield. That's okay. I would assume there's something back there to protect them from fighting. And they're bringing in a Dialga, which is this whole team weak to fighting? Do they have a Melmetal in the back? Potentially could be. So Conkeldurr is going to be able to just kind of dominate. But unfortunately, we're a little bit low on our health, so we're going to go ahead and swap. They are shieldless at this point. Bring it in the Metagross, and we're going to let this go. Even if it's a Draco, yeah, that's fine. It's going to do a lot of damage. But what's in the back? A Melmetal. Going to go straight for the Earthquake. Don't think this is going to be quite enough to take them out. Yeah, it's definitely not. And they're going to be able to farm up here. Now, that's going to be a little bit of an issue. Not really. We still have our Conkeldurr ready and plenty of health here. We're going to be able to bring them down just enough to just go in there, take them out with one Thunder Shock, and then we'll be able to take care of the Dialga. I do believe they back out right about here and taking the win with the Melmetal. Much appreciated with the Thunder Shocks. Let's move it on to our next one here. What are we going to see? A Garchomp again. What did I tell you, folks? You put those steels in the back and you're going to be seeing these freaking Garchomps in the front. And this is fine. This is exactly where we want it to be anyways. So hitting me with an Outrage, we're going to let that one go. And they're going to be catching it with their Groudon. Now this one does have Dragon Tail, so I had to get the heck out of here. I wanted to farm up a bit, and then I realized, okay, we got to go. So remember that well, not the HP. Well, yeah, the HP, we could see that. But the energy that we do have, we need like 2 more counters to get to the Dynamic Punch. It is so close, maybe even 1 more. And I'm banking on that, folks. And this is going to be the last battle. So bringing in the Metagross to go up against this, shielding up the first one. We already know this is going to be a Fire Punch. And it's doing a decent amount, but we can let it go. We need to hold on to that last shield. And they're going to be bringing in that Garchomp, going for the Meteor Mash. This will take them out if they do let that go. Well, yeah, it'd be pretty close. Plus a couple more quick moves, and we would have been able to get them out there. And we're going to let this go. A little bit too low on our health. We don't really want to put all of our hope into that last Metagross's health there. And they do have a Mewtwo in the back, which is going to get a little bit tricky here. So we do have the Conkeldurr, and I'm not trying to throw it in and go for a Stone Edge. We're not making it to that. We need to bring them low enough to get to the Dynamic Punch and take them out. We need to get 1 more counter through, but if we throw it in, they're going to take us out because that's just the way this game works. It just gets in like an extra quick move while you do that. So you got to be careful. So I'm having to wait until I'm just going to have to throw it in. So the Melmetal is just getting hit by Side Strike after Side Strike. Bringing in the Garchomp, going to go for the Superpower here without going for the Rock Slide on the Mewtwo. And contemplating swapping, but it's getting a little close here. Don't think they're going to be able to Psycho Cut us down. That's not going to happen, even though we did debuff ourselves. And what is it going to be? Oh, we got to the Rock Slide, but they get to their charge move. Is the Conkeldurr going to be able to finish this off? Don't think it is, and they Psycho Cut us down. Thanks for watching and take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!